Hey everybody, got anybody out there today? We got 3 people, 4 or 5. Welcome to Todd's Corner. We'll wait for a few seconds to see uh, see how many people we can get going here. Hey Michael, hey Peter. Hope everybody's doing okay on this fine Sunday. It's beautiful here. It's barely 80 degrees. Having a good old time. Hope everybody's ready for the fall. This is my favorite time of the season, by the way. Here we're getting some. Yeah, here we go. Everybody let me know you're here. I got Michael and Peter here so far. Now, if you're gonna, if you're watching on one of the Facebook groups, it'll be hard for me to see your comments. So there you go. Hi, Jerry. Diana Flint. Hello. Welcome everybody to Todd's Corner. How's everybody doing? Anybody doing anything exciting these next few weeks? I'm sorry it's been it's probably been a month or two since I've been on here. It's been very busy for me. I don't know if I told you guys that I accepted a new position at my work. So I've been moved into the office and I'm the business development manager now. So it's a whole new role for me. I've been a project manager for going on 23 years. So I'm just learning my new role with the company, and it's going to take a little while for me to learn it. So extra time. So anyway, thanks, Jerry. I appreciate it. The reason I wanted to talk to you guys today is I've noticed a few people asking about special effects, like the practical VFX, like Brian Johnson did back in the day, for the to add to the Eagle Obsession. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. Anyway, the Eagle Obsession. Let me give you a few updates about that. It is on track to be finished in January, and I believe the film festival is going to be the premiere, and that's mid-June sometime, and it's in New York. Now, I'm pretty sure just anybody can go to that, but we're going to do a fan screening at Wonderfest this year. So depending on how many people would show up to do that, we may see if we can rent a full theater. So that might be something for you guys to think about. Wonderfest this year is usually the first weekend of the first week of June, the first weekend in June. Sometimes it falls in the last weekend of May, but I'm not sure of the dates this year yet. I don't think they've published them yet. But anyway, plenty of time if you want to go. But I would definitely get some rooms if you're planning on it early, because they fill up pretty fast. There's other hotels around there, so that's no big deal. But they give a Wonderfest discount for rooms for a certain block. once that block's filled, there's nothing we can do about it. So anyway, fan screening at Wonderfest this year. I'm excited to see. I mean, obviously I'm in the crew doing this thing, but I haven't seen any of the post production yet. I've just seen what we've done so far as filming and stuff. You know, they came to my house, filmed. They went to all over UK. They went to LA, all that stuff. So they've been doing quite a bit of filming. So anyway, practical VFX, like Brian Johnson did in the day. I believe JC is the one that brought this up for me. And I originally asked Jeffrey about it, and he said no. And I just responded to JC and said, no, we're probably not going to be able to do it. So then I got to thinking, why? So I called Jeffrey up again. Said, what would be the holdup? Is it time? Is it money? Is it both? What is it? So he said, well, it's not budgeted into the film. So I got to thinking about that. If the time's not the problem, we could do a film. We could do a practical VFX, and long before it has to be added to the film. So, you know, it's October. We got, you know, November, December to do this. And then I'm thinking it would probably be, you know, done in a few days, a long weekend is what I'm thinking. And so I hit Jeffrey back up and asked him, if we did do it, what would be the cost? So Jeffrey's pretty much personally financed this whole deal. The backers and the people said they were going to donate and all that stuff have been very fickle, making them jump through hoops and all that stuff. So anyway, what do you guys think about the getting some practical effects done? Now we're talking about the eagle taking off, you know, from the launch pad and flying through, you know, over the top of the moon base. That's one. The eagle taking off, you know, and landing, you know, there's a lot of scenarios we could go with. It just depends on what we need to do. We'll definitely have to, I would like to get Brian's input. And, you know, we're talking about building a rig to, you know, take off, land, fly across the moonscape. So you got to do the lunar landscape. You've got to have the eagles. So once you start thinking about all that stuff, it comes down to, you know, the cost of getting somebody like Bill George. You know, he's a VFX guy. He could do it for us. Have Brian overseeing it all, you know, but you got to pay Bill, you got to pay Brian. So what I'm just wondering is, what would you guys think? Would you be interested in adding this to the film? Is the first thing. Oh, hey, Suzanne. I sure did miss you this year. Hopefully I'll get to see you soon. You looked great at London 1999, as always. And it was so cool to see everybody there. And you even got Clifton there. That is amazing. That's awesome. I would love to have been there. I would love to have gotten his autograph. That would have been awesome. One of my bucket list things. He's one of the only ones I haven't met yet. So anyway, squirrel, sorry. Just want to say hi, Suzanne. I don't know why I do that. But anyway, what would you guys think about getting maybe a Bill George and Mr. Brian to oversee and set up this practical VFX? And what's your thoughts on? I'm thinking crowdfunding to get the extra money to pay these guys, and I don't know if I have a model I want to donate, but we'll find a model, build one or two, and kind of do this thing. I think it would be pretty awesome. And then even thinking about that, then while it's being done, we could do, making of the VFX, the practical VFX. That would be something cool to add to the movie. So anyway, this is what I want to talk to you guys today about, just to see what your thoughts were. Looks like, hey, Michael Morissette. You did make it, finally. And Scott. Let's see. I'm just going to put some of these answers up here, and we can talk about this. Scott says he'd love for there to be a practical effects. Oh, he worked in a film for many years and always thought real looked better than any animation. Yeah, we've done a lot of animation, which really looks good, but to add the practical VFX, the way Brian did it back and his crew did it back in the day, would be just, man, I think it'd be awesome. Jerry seems to agree. Cool. I figured people would be thinking like I am. Peter, yeah, very interested. And supervised by Brian, yeah. Brian can't come over here and do it for us, but he can definitely be a part of it and supervise it. Like I said, I think Bill George would be an excellent person to do this. He's also in the Eagle Obsession, so yeah. I think people are having trouble understanding that I can't do this on our Facebook pages live, but they'll all see it. I guess they'll see it in the reruns, but there's probably more out there. This thing only tells me we've got like 20 some people, but I appreciate you guys for showing up. Mark Bartram, welcome. I think you're new to this, aren't you, Mark? Frank Gonzalez. Yes, I have seen the new the new Mattel Eagle. It looks really good. It's expensive, but then again, those limited runs are always expensive. I wish they'd do a limited run, and then actually, I just wish they'd just say, hey, we're going to make 5,000 of these units. We need to sell them all. And then let us get these people, get the word out there and everything, and sell it, get it sold. I got a dry throat today. So anyway, I'm gonna put this out there in the groups today after we're done live here, and I'd like to for you guys to spread it around, and let's get some serious conversations going. I'm thinking, it's not gonna be like the last Kickstarter was, I don't remember what it was. What did we start out at? I think we were trying to get the whole thing. But anyway, this would be, $10,000-$15,000 maybe. I think the Space 1999 fans could do that easily. Especially, well, we reached over $30,000 in the Kickstarter at the time back before. Hey, Ray. Yeah, good. You're on it. So that's the thing with today's age, the VFX, the animated stuff, and it's pretty cool looking. I mean, they've come a long way, but I still think they need to have the models, the practical models, um, use them also in association with the animation and the extra stuff like that. We'll talk more about this Mattel Eagle for sure, Frank, because it is interesting. Again, I was thinking they'd have to build the rig, they'd have to build the landscape, the lunar landscape. I'd really like to see an explosion. Michael Hodges, good question. We're going to try and do it as close as possible to what Brian did in the 70s. So, yeah, double exposures, all that stuff. It's going to be an actual explosion. I mean, we're going to blow some shit up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we want to do. Now, if we can only afford to do the takeoffs, the landings, and flying across the lunar, I mean, that's what we got to do. But I definitely myself, and I'm sure most of you out there would be, let's have the Eagle take off, fly across the moon and get shot down. Maybe something not quite what the intro is, where the Eagle comes spinning down and blows up, but something like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Recreate the Eagle crash from the season 1 opening credits. We could do that. There's possibilities. We just got to remember we got to hire these people and we got to build these models and the rigs and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's not free, but I don't think it's, too crazy expensive. Let's see. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up, Michael. All right, so that YouTube thing was not, what do you want to call it? Jeffrey didn't okay that movie. So right now we're deciding on whether we make them take it down or we leave it up and just make them put something on there to, Jeffrey didn't say they could use his likeness in that movie, in that video. So although it's pretty cool, it wasn't sanctioned by Jeffrey. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. He and I are supposed to talk about it, and see what everybody thinks about it. But most of it is still true. We've split in. We're doing a spin-off that's not just Space 1999, Star Trek. A lot of these other sci-fi films and some real space and all that stuff. So yes, I saw that too, and we talked about that yesterday. So our crew and everybody will get together and we'll figure out what to do about that. But just understand that wasn't sanctioned by Jeffrey. It was supposed to be just, special effects. And I guess this company that's doing that is doing the like the background effects for eagles and all that stuff. So, eagles distance off, you don't have to have the accuracy. So that's my understanding. So we want to do an old school eagle model SFX. Yes. Special effects. That's exactly what we're talking about. Let's see. Is Jeffrey not using the visual shots he's done already? Yeah. No, this is going to be an extra to the movie. So the documentary is going to finish, and then you're going to get like a little small behind the scenes thing. This is how this was done. Here's how we fly this across and blow it up, and the way Brian and his crew did back in the 70s. So yeah, we won't be able to use the exact same stuff, but there's still ways around it. I mean, some of these movies still use practical effects, so we'll still be able to make it. It'll still be practical. Let's see. Michael. Sorry, my itches. These folks, Hollywood, unless it's sanctioned by a company that's out there making hundreds of millions of dollars and everything. These little things like this. I think this is going to be a $675,000 documentary. It's probably going to be the best one for that price that we'll ever see. But Hollywood and the people out there, donators and stuff like that, they say, yeah, we want to do this, but then they come at you and they say, well, I'll give you my money if you'll do this. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do what we want to do, what Jeffrey wants to do, and not what they want to do. This is his ideas. He's the one that's included all of us together. So it I don't understand it either. He's on the phone daily and meeting with people, the donators and the all that stuff. I just don't. I'd hate to be him because I would have thrown in the towel a long time ago. But it'll be a really good documentary, and they can all sit back and watch it later, and we should have probably helped out. We should have done this instead of being such jerks. But Space 1999 merchandise is selling like crazy right now. We're getting all kinds of new stuff. The Jerry Anderson people are doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, Jerry, definitely this would be like a special feature at the end of the documentary. And then another subset would be another special feature of behind the scenes filming so you can see how it's done. Okay, so you're not just going to get the actual video of it being taken off and all that stuff and blowing it up or whatever we do. You're going to get a behind the scenes afterwards to show how it was done. That's the whole idea. Let's see. Jerry, Michael, getting financing is hard unless you're a big studio. I know from experience from working the last 10 years trying to get a funding for a project. Yeah. So people come in and say, yeah, we'll donate to something like that. Hell yeah, we'll do that. But then they, you keep showing these updated things, and I don't know. I don't understand it, that part of it. Thank God Jeffrey's handling all that. We're just handling the actual film stuff and the interviews and stuff. Hey Andy, how you doing? I heard the London was a really good adventure. A lot of people have had a really good time. I was hoping there'd be more fans, but it looked like it was nearly 100 people there. That'd be awesome. I never did hear if there was any actual tally on the people that attended, but these days it's really expensive to um, to attend one of those things if you're not living near it. You know, people going from the U.S. probably paid pretty good chunk of money to do that, but I couldn't go. Money was an issue for me, but I probably could have swung it if I wouldn't have started this new role at work. Hold on, I'm answering uh, my daughter-in-law. My little Callie is over here with me today. Anyway, so let's see what Mr. Ray has to say. Um, can Jeffrey not combine original film with the shot for the Eagle Obsession? Yes, we're working with ITV. They've allowed us to use some of their stuff, but we don't want to use a whole lot of it. We're trying to do this newer thing. This do our thing. But they've been very good to us. So yeah, it's all coming together. I'm just thinking if we can do a crowdfunding to add this stuff, maybe do some what do you call that? Some rewards for the crowdfunding. We can do like stretch goals. So just say that if you donate $50 or something like that, you get the Blu-ray. And we've discussed the Blu-rays. I think we're only going to do 1,000 of them. So come up with some things that you guys, if you donate $50, you get a Blu-ray. If you donate 75, maybe one of the cool things that came out of this whole project was the the David Eves poster. I think you guys have seen it before, but just keep adding goodies to your donations. So 75, instead of a Blu-ray, you get a Blu-ray and a poster signed by David Eves. All kinds of stuff. Takeoff landing, an iconic crash scene. That's what I'm thinking of. Pyrotechnics would be cool. Thanks, Diana. Diane. There's not an A on there, Todd. I don't have my glasses on, so sorry about that. Michael, what'd you just say? Something was faked? But what do you guys think? Should I even go any further in delving into this? Should I put it out there and see what people think? I would definitely donate to it. I mean, let's see. I've jotted a few things down. Like I said, $25. Okay, so $25 I think would be good for the poster. $50 would be the Blu-ray and the Blu-ray. 75 poster and Blu-ray. So that's what I'm thinking. Stuff like that, and we'll yeah, we'll if you guys are interested, then I'll put something together and have another show on next Sunday, and I'll bring Jeffrey on, and maybe we can get some good specific details. Yeah, definitely definitely doesn't hurt. That's what they always say. It doesn't hurt to ask. I'm not going to be, Bill George and these guys have done this for their whole life. So this will definitely be a safe thing. And Brian Johnson, he knows what's going on. Let's see. So Peter says, float the idea on props and ships and see what the response is like. That's a pretty good idea. That's kind of where I was going with that. Michael said he'd donate. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do that. We've got some. We've still got the Command Eagle kits and stuff like that we can include those in some of the donations. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll put it together, and we'll have a show next Sunday, and you guys can all join in and ask questions, and we'll get some specifics going and try to get this thing done. I just think it would be an experience for all of us. We've seen some behind the scenes stuff before, but this would be cool. And I'd love to see Bill George in his own element and see how what Brian comes up with. But I can't ask Brian and Bill and these guys are going to be helping to do it for free. So we got to, take care of the expenses for them. But yeah, I would, and the behind the scenes stuff could be filmed while we're doing the actual work. And I'd like to see that. That would be awesome. Mr. Chris Trice, my dude. Steve Begg and I and others met up with Jeff about 18 months ago and talked about model effects, but he seemed committed to digital, so it was never pursued. Yeah, he's told me no in the first time, when I first asked him about it. Then I went back to him. He said we had a studio space available, and Steve talked with Brian. Steve talks with Brian almost every other day. We're going to shoot some new material just for our own entertainment, regardless. See, the movie guys. These guys are the ones that Chris and Steve and all those guys. They know what's going on. I'd definitely include you guys, Chris, in our chat with Mr. Jeffrey. And man. And I'll put it out there, and we'll see what happens. I think we all get together and do this next Sunday and see what we can come up with. I mean, I'm just thinking it would be perfect for, what we're asking. Yeah, Michael, I think that's the way to go. Do crowdfunding like that, and make it worth the people's. Not only are they going to get an extra on the documentary, they'll get some little goodies for their donation. Launch or landing of I would say a takeoff, and then flying across the moonscape, the landscape of the moon, the lunar landscape, and come up with some kind of crash or something. Yeah, blow something up the way they used to do back in the day. I mean, movies today are just all animated. Oh no, I didn't think it was a no. I didn't. I knew what you were talking about, Chris. Yeah. No, I think Jeffrey is more interested after I talked to him about it because he would like to do it himself. He'd like to be involved in that. So, and once it's on film, it's there forever. Oh yeah, Roy was there in London. I was surprised to see him too there because he was struggling to like me with the cost of it. But congratulations on him. Congratulations to him for making it. Um, yeah, yeah. Roy's a good guy. I worked with him on two of the conventions here in the U.S. in the States in 2017 and 2019 both. I think they were very fun and successful. So anyway, like I said, the documentary will be finished in January of this coming year, ready for film, and then the real premiere of the film will be at the film festival in New York. But we're gonna do a fan screening of it in June, in the beginning of June, just before the film uh, festival. So I'd like to see us fill up, you know, a theater. Not we may not be able to fill it up, but enough people to require a big area like that. That would be awesome. 20 Wonderfest 2025 is going to be huge anyway. We've got big plans for it. Um, we're still in talks with the Wonderfest people, so it's a good place to visit on a regular occasion, let alone 50th anniversary of Space 1999. So let's see what I'll give you guys more information as it comes out for that, but it's definitely going to be huge. Any other questions? I'm gonna jot them down and get with. I think we should call it the Practical VFX crowdfunding um, program or whatever it is. Yeah, I think that would be cool. If that's what we do, if that's what we decide to do, yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't think anybody's. I don't think the big wigs up there in these big donor areas would help us out with that. They've barely helped us out with the documentary. So that crowdfunding is definitely going to be the way to go. So what else? What else? What else? It would be awesome to have Mr. Gordon doing the the behind the scenes filming too. I think that would be awesome. I don't know about a Facebook fundraiser. I'm not sure about those. I think we would need to make it. Excuse me. I think we would need to make it a little more. What do I want to call it? We'd want to make it so that if we didn't, if we don't reach the goal, then nobody pays. We don't want people donating and then have to return money or whatever. So if you do a Kickstarter or a what's the other one, Indiegogo or something like that, that's probably be the best. So I just kind of wanted to ask you guys to see what you thought, if it was worth pursuing. If nobody was interested, I would just drop it and be happy. Let's see. Hi, Andy said that he spoke with Gianni at the London event, and he was a real gentleman and discussed the sets at Pinewood on Dragon's Domain. It was so surreal talking to Tony Cellini. Yes, that would have been one of my targets if I was there to chat with, because, yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes. I got several favorites, and that was one of them. So how about I chat with Mr. Jeffrey and come up with some specifics, like, what's, how much money we need and all that stuff. And then we'll get back together on Sunday and get some more questions and answers. And maybe we can maybe we can get this thing done before January. So we stay on target with the film completion. It's not really going to matter if we go into February with the filming or anything like that. So it's going to be ready. But yeah, June will be up on us pretty fast. So I want to get everything done and ready. And I'm hoping to get as many of you folks to Louisville, Kentucky for Wonderfest so we can do the screening. Yes, I agree. Bill George would be a good one to do the effects and everything, the physical eagle effects. So yeah, I think we'll talk to Mr. Bill, or Jeffrey may have already and asked him, but I think if we get him on board and I'll work with with you, Chris, and those guys across the pond with Brian, see if we can make this happen. You never know. Like you said, I figured it didn't hurt to ask. A lot of people have brought it up since JC brought it up in a question on one of the Facebook posts. So I say we do it. Ask, see what we can come up with, and get some answers, and let's do it. Oh, cool. Yeah, check out this link that Chris sent. Those guys really know how to do things, in their own houses, in their own backyards, in their own garages, whatever. Yeah, everybody check out that video. That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to do the same thing. Andy, come on over, man. It won't be. The flights are going to be your biggest cost, I believe, because the Wonderfest is very cheap to get in. It's like $28 or 30, 35 or 38, I think, for the whole weekend. So you get your room, you get your flights. There's your expense. Everything else is whatever you want to do. You know, we'll all do this. We'll all do this screening together, whether it's at Wonderfest in one of their big, projector rooms, or if we go to a theater. It just depends on what we think people are going to attend. So I'll start working on that stuff with you guys, and as the more I get from Wonderfest people, I'll talk about it. If I get something that needs to get out fast, I'll do a special short video or short show in the middle of the week or something like that, just to get it out quicker. Sheesh. Everybody wants to talk to me today. Yep. So anyway, let's get together next Sunday and see what we can come up with. I'm checking my notes to see if I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. So hopefully you guys will come back. Honestly, the easiest place to watch this show now is on YouTube, and I'll leave my that thing, little thing. Click on, you go to the the link. Anyway, I'll leave the link for my YouTube page, and if you haven't, definitely like it and do all the clicks you're supposed to do. And it's easier to watch it there, because the way Facebook's got set up, I can't just show it live in the groups anymore. And I know there's a way to do it, but they want you to bounce it off of the moon, off, over to Saturn and back and all that stuff. I don't think it would work very well. So let's meet up on Sunday at 2:00 again. Everybody have a great Sunday today, and I'll see you next Sunday. How's that sound? All right. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.